granted, so let me remind you of what a photograph is and how it is created. A photograph is often called a photo of pic, which is an image created by light falling on the falling on a light-sensitive surface, usually photographic frame on an electronic imaging, such as a CCD or CMOS chip. And how are they created? Photographs are created using camera, which uses a lens to focus the scene's visible wavelength of light into a reproduction of what the human eye would see. But why do we use photograph? A photograph is used to improve audience ethical reasoning and to identify mental elaboration. One possible issue with using photograph is though that let's say one possible issue to be mindful of when using a photograph is to try not to stereotype with the kind of picture we use. To elaborate, for example, you are trying to convene a meeting in your office and you use a photograph of a man standing and dictating a woman sitting behind a desk. That would have a very negative impact on the female employees. So when using photograph, we need to be really mindful of that. And with that being said, I will gear away from conventional photograph and I'll use some analysis to critique the poster. This poster is the one that we picked from an engineering website, and it has all the photographs, Gantt chart and line chart. And I mainly did analysis of the photograph, which I cut and paste them into another graph. And this photograph is, the pictures used in this poster are very well defined. They include application and component used in a system to produce energy through fuel cell technology. And when I analyze this picture is generic and specific of the topic, and it is often about the poster, and it is very target oriented. With that being said, these are the references that we use. Most of them are from educational institution. That's all.
Any questions for these gentlemen?
Who was the Caitlin Sparks?
Yeah, who did the extra?
She was actually going to
Introduce and conclude,
us
so I
and
guess
conclude, so.
Oh, okay.
me and Key kind of split.
You got lucky there.
Okay,
college,
that,
college choice was kind of different. It
The
was
other
hard
choice,
to,
for the
hard to
slide-
see the slides. So.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
red against the gray, I was having trouble too reading.
Red and gray.
And then you had the yellow at the top, and just visually, your eye kept wanting to go towards yellow. I don't know, just.
maybe that's okay, because then
This
you
is the
would
question.
listen to them and not read the slide. I mean, that
That
is
was our
a-
tactic.
that is a possibility.
Focus on
We
that.
wanted to know what we're talking about, not necessarily read what we were talking about.
Yeah, it was more for them, right?
Yeah,
Right.
just,
Plus, on the monitor, it looks a lot clearer than it does on the screen,
Yeah.
which.
They had about 10.5 minutes, so they were, and that was only 3 of them, so that was close there. A strength I thought was that, well, one thing I thought was good was Shane actually applied his Gantt chart to his on-the-job experience, so that he, you know, it's not something that you just read about in a book or that you know about, but you actually are using it out there. I appreciated him including that. He had mentioned that to me earlier, but I was glad to hear that. And then one thing I think that was a strength as well is that you had the examples there, and with us in the beginning, and when you kind of referred to the example instead of waiting, till you got all through defining it and then showing us the example. We got the example and then you were explaining it as you went, and as someone observing it, I appreciated that. And again, like the other groups, I feel like you were very well prepared for what you did, and so I think you did a nice job as well. So, and I'm really, sometimes it might sound hokey, but I'm really so proud of all these reports. You didn't have a lot of time. You're all really working in a lot of different areas in school and here and everything else. And this is our first time through. And working with a group isn't the easiest. It's not as easy as doing it on your own. Because, you do it when it's convenient for you and you put it together and, it's all done. So I think you did an exceptional job overall with this. And I'm looking forward to the written reports now. I guess Macias is writing the whole one for them, right? And I think this group has decided that Caitlin is going to write theirs since she wasn't here today. But do you have a plan for putting that together? Does each group have a plan for putting the written together?
I got
I don't like being compared